Another live, my third live of the week, and my last live of the week, unless I decide to do a live this weekend, which might happen just depending on how it goes. I've got to pull up my chat real quick on my computer, since I can't do that ahead of time. I hope everyone's having a good week. Let me get this chat up. But yeah, I'm going to be working on this alien painting some more today. I'm hoping that I will be able to finish it. But we will see. Show me my chat, please. Pop out chat. Alright. I'm ready to go now. I wish I could pull up my chat ahead of time, but I can't. But yeah, welcome in everybody. If you're watching, please give this video a like. I'm going to be working on this alien piece again today. Trying to finish up the alien part. Then I'll probably do some work on this tree area. Need to finish up the galaxy still. But yeah, and then I also have this watercolor painting that I may work on as well. I don't know. It just depends on how the time goes today. Get my lights. Okie dokie. Well, this morning before I started my live, I was looking at this piece and I was trying to figure out what color to do the hair. I was between like pink or purple, but because the background's already like mostly pink, I think I'm going to go with some purple for her hair. Go like that. So yeah, let's get this thing started here. I can't believe it's already Thursday, man. This week has gone by so quick. Let's do some purple hair. The craziest, I've had my hair a couple different colors. When I was younger, I had, if you can believe it or not, at one point when I was younger, I had platinum blonde hair. And then I had some pink highlights in it. And then at another point in my life, I had really black hair with some blue highlights in it. So those are the two colors I've done before. Never had purple hair though. Alright, so I usually like to paint from left to right, so I don't have to worry about the paint smearing on my hand as I go. I've been using these neon colors for this painting, and the only thing that kind of sucks about using the neon paint is that it does require multiple coats of paint because it's always kind of thin. Whoops. But I just love this neon paint. It's by Folk Art, I think. Whatever it's called. Yeah, Folk Art paint. It's the only brand of neon paint that they have at Walmart, so it's kind of what I'm stuck with, but I like it. Just a couple coats and it becomes really vibrant. Hey, how's it going? What up? Thank you so much, Slay. Appreciate that. What up? Can I call you Hassa? And what up, Mohammed? How are you guys doing? Welcome into my chat. I'm Yaz. I'm a painter, crafter, mixed media artist. I like to do all kinds of creative things, and I really like to try to inspire other people to get creative and get in touch with their creative side. So I do a lot of do-it-yourself tutorials and stuff like that. Hey, Saeed. How's it going? My dad's name's Saeed. Beautiful UFO. Thank you so much. This is my very first UFO painting I've ever done. I've painted a couple of different alien pieces, but this is my first alien sitting in a UFO. Welcome in, everybody. If you're watching, please give this video a like. It really helps a girl out. But I hope everyone's having a good day so far. I do live stream here on YouTube 3 to 4 times a week. I took the first couple of weeks off of the beginning of the new year just to kind of relax and refresh myself, but I'm back to it, so yeah. If you want to watch some more live painting, you can come and hang out and watch me paint and ramble on to myself. I'm not usually much of a talker, but when I'm live streaming, I like to try to keep talking just to try to engage. I really love to connect with people and meet new folks. So that's one of my most favorite parts about live streaming, to be honest. Plus, it forces me to focus on my art for a couple of hours a day every time I'm live streaming. Because sometimes I just get so caught up in doing other things. So it's cool to make time for my art. Do we have any other artists in the house? I'm a good artist. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Saeed. Keef Halik. That's the only Arabic I know, is Keef Halik. And I know how to say a couple of other basic, very basic words. When I was a kid, I could speak Arabic, but as I've gotten older, when I was younger, when we moved to the States, I lost it all. But I appreciate your kind words and your support. Do you do art as well? What up, Dondrell? How are you doing? Y'all, Dondrell Lee Artistry, another awesome artist in the chat. Check him out too. I didn't see you go live this morning unless I missed your notification. I have 2 YouTube accounts, like my personal one and then my art one. And sometimes I forget to switch from my personal one to my art one, so I don't always get notifications. But you know, I should follow you on my personal account too. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah, I appreciate y'all popping in and saying hi. It's always nice to know there's people out there in the world. I'm not just talking to myself. Which I'll do. Somehow I can talk for 2 hours to myself. But yeah, I like to do all kinds of art. I like to paint landscapes. I like to paint these sort of, I don't know, psychedelic type pieces. I've painted some abstract portraits. I like to craft. I'm not really boxed in as just a painter. For the longest time, all I did was paint, but I got bored of that, so now I have to like branch out and do other things. But yeah, my plan of the day is to get this alien done, to add some stars. This is supposed to be like a galaxy, and then I need to do a bunch of work to this bottom portion. And then I need to re-outline some of these lines. I'm from Cali. How about you, Saeed? Where are you from? I'm out here in California. It's been a really nice day, nice weather so far today. The sun's out shining. Did you go to the beach today, Dondrell? You hanging at the beach? I saw you made your Instagram profile public. I was like, woohoo! Now I can see all your artwork on there. Oh, from India. Okay. Wow. Well, you're the first person from India that I've ever chatted with on here on a live. That's what's up. What time is it in India for you? It's 12:12 p.m. here for me, so just finished my lunch before I got on here to do this live, because Yesterday I didn't have lunch before my live, and all I could think about and talk about is food. Do you do art as well, Saeed? Yeah, that's my dad's name. So funny. What are you all up to today? Anyone got any fun plans for the day or for the weekend? After this, I need to work on some more social media stuff. I was playing my video game earlier. I just had to have a break. After like 3 hours of working on content creating, I think I earned a little gaming time, right? Yeah, what are y'all's hobbies? Anyone have any fun hobbies? I love to make art, of course. Craft. I really love baking. I love making cookies and cakes. Those are probably my favorite things to make, and banana bread and muffins and stuff like that. It's actually a dream of mine to one day to sell my baked goods to people. To get a little food truck and go around selling my baked goods. I think that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, I love to do all kinds of creative things. It's what keeps me going. Making art's just always been my best form of expressing myself. Because to be honest, words are hard for me sometimes, a lot of the time, so painting and crafting is just my best way of expressing myself. Definitely gonna need another coat of purple on this hair, but I love that this alien has hair, because whenever you see a lot of alien artwork, they just have those big bald heads. So I figured I'd give this alien chick a little bit of personality and have her have some dreadlocks, since she's supposed to be a hippie. Yeah, maybe I'll actually get to finish this painting today. That'd be cool. We'll see how the bottom portion goes. I still haven't really quite figured out the bottom. I was looking at it before I started my stream, and I'm kind of thinking like the ground back here should be like orange or something, just to kind of break it up with the yellow foreground, kind of give it, you know, a little something different to the background, or to the, you know what I'm saying, this part back here. See what I'm saying? Words are hard. I'm just gonna stick to painting. But yeah, it's been a great day. I woke up, I did my workout, did some work on my YouTube stuff. I've almost got my video for Sunday ready. So Sunday I changed up my plan. I was originally going to do a video about how to set realistic goals as an artist for the year, but that'll be next Sunday. This coming Sunday I'm doing a little art supply review on some Dollar General art supplies. Because over the summer I had to evacuate and I couldn't bring all my art supplies. So I figured I'd just hit up the hit up Dollar General and see what they had for art supplies, and I was actually pretty impressed. They had a lot of selection there, and so I tried some of their acrylic paint, which is what I'm using for this piece. And I tried out a couple of different of their other art supplies. And so I'm going to do a little review on it. It was originally, I was supposed to make this video a short, but it was too long, so now it's a longer video. Hey, Omizu, how's it going? How are ya? Y'all check out Omizo Paints as well. I love your artwork, Omizo. I'm so happy that I found your art through Dondrell's channel. What you working on, Omizu? I hope I'm saying that right. You got any projects in the works right now? I appreciate you popping in and saying hi. How many paintings you are? I'm not quite sure what you mean, Saeed. How many paintings do I have? Am I working on right now? Is that what you mean? I've got a bunch of work in progress paintings. You know, that just reminded me, this is another painting I need to finish up. So I started this painting in like 2019, and it's a view from my backyard. And I quit working on it because there's all these freaking little pine trees to paint, and I got sick of painting them, so it's been just sitting on my wall. So I might work on this painting too if I get stuck on this piece or to a point where I can't work on it. But yeah, I love the neon landscapes, as you can tell. It's looking great. Oh, I'm glad to hear you're doing good, and thank you so much, Amizu. Currently working. Oh, wow, you're an illustrator, huh? That's neat. How long have you been an illustrator for, Amizu? So I love all the saturated colors. Thank you so much. How much? You know, I'm not too sure about that yet, Saeed. If you wanna, you can message me on my Instagram or hit me up on Facebook and we could talk about it more. I've never shipped a painting all the way. Well, I have shipped a painting overseas. Probably like 10 years ago, me and an artist that I met on Instagram did an art trade, and he lives all the way in Russia. So one of my paintings is in Russia, and I got one of his paintings. But yeah, if you're serious, just hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. I've also got a contact email listed on my YouTube page if you're curious. Yeah, thank you. Thank you all. I appreciate it. I love my bright neon colors. They just like bring me so much joy. I've always used like really bright, bold colors with all my artwork, but probably the last couple of years, I've really taken a liking to these like neon pieces, these neon colors. How long have you been an illustrator / painter, Amizu? That's really cool that you do that. My Instagram? Here, let me put it in the chat. How can I do that? Oh, I didn't know I could start polls and Q&As. Here, let me put it in the chat real quick. I just got to put it into my laptop. There's my excuse me, there's my Instagram handle if you'd like to see more of my artwork. I've been on Instagram for 10, 11 years now, so I've got a lot of artwork posted on there. I've been trying to slowly post it on my YouTube, like, community post thing, but there's just so much of it. It's going to take a while to get it all up on here as well. Over the years, since I started book illustrating. Oh, last year, about 2 years. But I've been painting. Oh, wow. That's awesome, Amizu. Been a painter for 30 years. Wow. Well, no wonder why your art is so awesome. Do you have an Instagram as well, Amizo? Or is there anywhere else that I can see your artwork besides YouTube? I think this is dry, isn't it? Yeah. I'm always looking for, you know, I just love to connect with people and meet new artist friends. Even if it's just online. I feel like it's really good to have, you know, a community of artist friends. Because you can really inspire each other and bounce ideas off each other and everything, you know what I mean? But I've I've been painting for over 20 years now myself. And I don't know. I just love it. Do you use acrylic paint or do you use oil paint, or what kind of paint do you prefer using? Yeah, thanks. Thank you for your interest in my work, Saeed. I appreciate it. Appreciate your support. Appreciate everyone coming in and saying hi. And if you can, please give this video a thumbs up. Really helps an artist out more than you would think. But yeah, I post a lot on YouTube. I post 3 shorts a week, 1 long video a week. And then I do like 3 to 4 live streams a week is what I try to shoot for. So I spend a lot of time on YouTube. How long have you been on YouTube, Omizu? What inspired you to get onto YouTube? Yeah, you feel the same? Yeah, it's always good to know some other artists. Back when I lived in Sacramento, I had a little artist networking group that I had started. And it was just really cool to be able to meet like artists like who do all kinds of different art, not just painters, but woodworkers and screen printers, and it was a lot of fun. I really miss doing that kind of stuff. And we used to have a meeting once a month and just talk about art stuff. But I've been kind of thinking about doing some more like artist tutorials on here, like how to create an art portfolio, how to make an artist bio, like things like that, you know? Acrylics and spray paints, but pretty much, oh, okay. That's what's up. Nice. I like to use watercolors and acrylics. I just don't have the patience for oil paint because it takes so long to dry. I'm not a very patient artist. Like literally sometimes I'll go and get like a blow dryer and blow dry my paint so I don't have to just sit there and wait for it to dry. So I admire your patience, and I know oil is a little more different, so I feel like it's a little more challenging to use than acrylics, but that's just me. So do you have like a specific style that you like to work in, or do you do all kinds of different art? Here we go. Oh, this was a perfect color for her hair. I was really torn on what color I should do for this hair, but I'm feeling this purple. I wish I could play some music. So my goal for this year is to get a nice streaming camera so that I can play music, and then I'll be able to have a face cam and an art cam and be all fancy. I was streaming on Twitch. I streamed art on Twitch for like a year, and I used to have 2 cameras, but I don't know, the camera I have now is just like really boo-boo, so it's not even worth trying to use anymore. Oh wow, you've been on YouTube since 2009? When we started taking advantage of more. Oh, okay, that's what's up. Oil is a medium you want to just paint fast with. Gotcha. Wow, 2009, huh? I started my channel in 2018, but I didn't really start working consistently on it until the end of 2023. So yeah, it's been so much fun. Thanks on Instagram. Hey, thank you so much, Saeed. I really appreciate your kind words and your support. Thank you. And I've got all kinds of art on there. I don't know why, just this past year I've been kind of obsessed with alien art, so that's what I'm working on. I could show you one of them. Oops. This is one of my other alien art pieces that I did this, or last year, I guess it was. But this was based on like a 1950s Campbell's Soup advertisement. And it was like a black and white advertisement. And I just made the lady like an alien and turned it into Space Galaxy mushroom soup. But it was for part of a prompt. I've got this other piece I could show you real quick. There's another one. But yeah, these neon colors, I'm just all about the bright neon colors this past year. It's like my obsession. Do you have a certain paint scheme you like to use, Omizo, or do you use all the colors, or do you have a tendency to use bright colors, or what kind of painting colors are you into? I'm trying to read my chat. My computer's kind of in an awkward position. Same time I started. Oh, okay, that's what's up. Started posting on YouTube. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mizu and Saeed. I appreciate y'all. Your kind words. Appreciate y'all taking time out of your day to come and watch me do some painting. When is your next live gonna be, Omizu? Do you have like a set schedule or how often do you live stream? I'm curious. All the colors for sure. That's what's up. I don't know what it is about these neons, but that's just all I've been really wanting to use this past year. I think the color that I use the least in all of my work is red. I don't know why, I just don't use very much red or very much blue. Using blue for this was kind of out of my norm. But I figured I needed to add some cooler colors in the top, so that's why I went with the blue for the background. Glad I got you. Thank you so much, Amizu. I'm glad I got to chat with you and connect with you. Are you on Instagram? Can I check out your art there? Or where can I see more of your artwork? Are you on Facebook? I've been like working more on trying to build up my Facebook. And so I'm always looking for more artists follow on there. If you've got a page on Instagram or Facebook, I'll be happy to check it out. I'll have to screenshot your name. Because I'm using my phone to stream, so I can't really do much else with it right now. Well, thank you, Saeed. That's very kind of you to say. I appreciate it. When I first saw your name, I had to like look at what your last name was. I'm like, is this my dad? Because yeah, my dad's name is Saeed too. Too funny. But thank you so much. Thanks for being here and all your kind words. What do you like to do for fun, Saeed? What time is it in India right now? I'm curious. Schedule pretty much whenever I have time. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. I got you. Well, I'm going to have to make sure I get my notifications turned on for you, Mizo, so I can come and see what you're working on. I know you do digital art and traditional art, right? Okay, I think that's enough work on this purple hair for now. Need to paint this last color on her shirt. Originally I was going to paint it the same blue, but then I figured might seem like the blue's like coming through her shirt or something, or like she's see-through, so I decided I'm going to paint it orange. I was trying to make it look like a tie-dye shirt. I don't know how much I accomplished with that, but I tried. This tear was like one of the most difficult things about this painting, because like I had this idea in my mind, like I wanted it to look like a tear, like she's like this alien's gonna be going into the galaxy and there's a huge tear in the sky and she's gonna be taken off. And I had this idea come to me early one morning one day, and I originally wanted like a conversation bubble with her, like the alien saying, "See you in the cosmos," but I didn't leave any room for the conversation bubble, so I figured I'm just going to title this painting, "See You in the Cosmos." I gotta get this orange paint on my little palette here. Oh, you put your IG in the chat? Did I miss it? I might have missed it, Omizu. Could you put it again? I'm sorry, I didn't see it the first time. His first name's Saeed. I don't know if he'd want me telling his full name, putting him on blast out there on the internet, but his first name's Saeed. It's all streams of me. Oh, okay, nice. So you do illustrating as like a side job or something? How'd you get into illustrating? Trying to get some orange paint. Where I started. Oh, an oil painting. Nice. For an art trade? Oh, that's what's up. You like to do art trades? That's awesome. I've only ever done one art trade, and yeah, it was with an artist who lived in Russia. So that's pretty cool to know. I've got one of my paintings is somewhere out in Russia. That's really cool though. I think it was a cat painting that Dondrell had shared on his stream or posted or something. I really loved that painting. I think it was a cat, if I remember right. So you paint all kinds of different subject matters, huh? Do you have like a specific like subject matter you enjoy painting more than the other? Oh, okay, from India, and you're from, oh, okay, nice. That's awesome, Saeed. Yeah, you're the first person I've talked to on a live stream that's from India. That's really cool. Oh, you do painting too? Nice. What kind of things do you enjoy painting? Okay, I think I'm ready to go down to this part right here. I love painting the landscapes and abstract portraits and all kinds of stuff, really. I get a lot of inspiration for my art from nature. So I do a lot of, can I scooch this over? I do paint a lot of landscapes and stuff like that. Oh yeah, the orange is gonna look nice down here. Especially against that blue and the green and the pink, I mean, it's gonna be poppin'. So what I usually like to do for the sides of my painting, all of my paintings, is I like to paint it some random color from the painting. So for this border, I might paint it this bright purple or maybe just black, but I feel like painting the sides just makes it look a lot more finished, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully this is a good angle. But I appreciate everyone hanging out with me and chatting. Sometimes when you're just sitting here painting and talking to yourself, it's just nice to know there's people out there. So what's this book that you're illustrating about? I'm curious. And how'd you get into illustrating kids' books? Oh yeah, that orange is gonna look nice back there. I was thinking maybe I should have painted it yellow too, but I feel like having a little break in the yellow and going to orange will look nice. There we go. Painting whatever comes to mind, can come up with, but I can copy stuff. Oh, really? That's awesome, Amizu. Is that how you started with your art, by copying and then making up your own stuff? I know when I first started drawing and stuff, like, I don't know, I was in like 7th or 8th grade. That's how I kind of taught myself how to draw and stuff like that, was just from copying. I used to not listen. I used to read a lot of Mad Magazine growing up. I had a Mad Magazine subscription. And so I would copy the cartoons out of the magazine just to, I feel like it really kind of helps train your eye just by doing that, you know? So you do a lot of realistic art as well? I'm not very good at realism, so I stick to abstract, kind of impressionistic sort of style, I guess you could call it. Hopefully this is okay. It's a book about a little red puppy and her... Oh, that's so cute! So did you write the book as well, or are you just illustrating it? Is it going to be like a book they turn into print, or is it like a digital book? That's like the ultimate goal, right? To have like art be your career, your means of making some money, right? One of my goals this year is to find a good print-on-demand place so I can start doing, you know, making merch and all that kind of stuff. I had Redbubble for the longest time. I still have it open, but Redbubble jacked up their prices, and I don't feel like jacking up my prices to compensate for it, so I'm just kind of over them. I want to find a different print-on-demand. So if anyone knows of any good ones, let me know in the chat. There's just so many out there, it's kind of overwhelming trying to pin it down to which one's the best one, you know? Illustrating it, nice. It'll be, oh, very cool. Oh my gosh. So is this the first book that you have illustrated? That's too cool. I'm trying, if I need to move the camera at any point, just let me know, y'all. I'm trying to keep you guys in frame as I scooch over to this side. But yeah, this idea for this painting just randomly popped in my head one morning. Like literally, I had woken up and was like, I need to paint this piece. A landscape with the alien and a UFO up in the sky. This is the second largest painting I've ever done to canvas. It's about 2 feet by 3 feet. But the largest one I've done on canvas was 3 feet by 4 feet. And it's again a landscape piece. It's more abstract looking than this. But it took me over 100 hours to paint that other landscape piece. Mostly because of the outlining. But the biggest piece I've done so far to date was I painted my dining room door. I did this huge abstract painting on there last year, and I did a live stream sharing the whole process. If anyone wants to see my door painting, it's on my YouTube channel. So, oh, okay, I got you. Which platforms are you trying out on Mizu? I'm curious. Rick has been out. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Good for you. Congratulations on doing that. That's a great opportunity to get your art out there. And books are things that'll be around forever, ever, right? Like paintings. I hope none of my paintings get damaged, but I mean, paintings are a little more fragile, I guess you could say, compared to something like a book. How long have you been an illustrator for? I like that. I'm happy with this orange. It really pops against that blue. Woohoo! I'm getting excited. This piece is coming together. I literally started this painting in like July of last year. And it sat for a while because I couldn't figure out how to paint this tear to make it look like a tear. And finally I looked up some reference photos and that really helped me out a lot. It's kind of awkward painting at this angle. If I wasn't live streaming, I would I'd have my face like all up in this painting, but I've got to kind of stand back a little bit working on it because the camera's in my way, but it's all right. Guess I need to pull out a smaller paintbrush. 8x10. The 8x10 piece on gel got took 50 hours. Oh, okay, yeah, I saw that Godzilla piece too. Oh my goodness, you must have put a lot of details, like a lot of work went into that piece, huh? So why do you make art, Amizu? What drives you to make art? I'm curious. Shouldn't over the course of my life, but mostly stuff for myself. But I would get so small word of mouth. Oh, okay, nice. That's awesome, Amizu. And heck yeah. You never know with painting. So true. That's so true. I like your painting post on Instagram. Thank you, Saeed. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So happy to chat with you and to meet you today. What kind of stuff do you like to paint? Yeah, that pink, I don't know about this combination of pink and orange. It just like, it excites my eyes, if that makes any sense. Like these bright colors, like the reason I love to use bright colors is I feel like they have such a happy vibration to them, and like I want to bring people joy when they see my art. Like I want them to, you know, for the bright colors to just bring them some kind of joy in some way. So that's why I use a lot of bright colors with my artwork. And the colors just really, I don't know, bright colors just really excite my eyes. I wish everything could be this saturated in real life. It's kind of sucky, like, as you know, the decades have gone on, like everything used to be so bright and funky. Like if you think about like the 60s or something, everything was super bright and neon. And now everything's just so drab and gray. I wish I could have been in that time of the 60s when everything was all bright. I would definitely have a big fluffy couch. What drives me to make art? I must. I feel you on that, Amizu. So you've been making art since you were a kid too, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have to make art as well. I totally understand. It's just always been the best way for me to express myself, and it's just cool to to know like there's a part of me, as an artist, you put a little piece of your soul into every one of your art pieces. And to know that my art will be around long after I'm not here, long after I'm gone, it's pretty cool. It's my little gift to the world, I guess. I don't know. I really should switch my paintbrushes, but I'm being stubborn right now. Yeah, I gotta switch to a tinier brush. So between the watercolor, acrylic, and oil, which one is your favorite to use? I don't know if you saw this. I think I showed it. This is a watercolor piece that I did a couple years ago, but it was in the sunshine and it like super faded. So I might work on this today too, because I wanted to give it as a gift, but I need to fix it first. I didn't know putting a watercolor piece in the sun would affect it like that, so now I know. Don't put your watercolor pieces in the sunshine because they will fade. So maybe I'll work on that today too. I don't know. But my next live stream is going to be either this weekend or next week. I do try to live stream 3 times, at least 3 times a week. It just takes a lot of energy for me to stream because I talk a lot and I'm not usually much of a talker, to be honest. Wow, since you were 2. Wow, Mizu. That's awesome. Yeah, Saeed, yeah, I've been sending prayers, and I live in California, so I've been seeing everything that the people of LA have been going through, and yeah, I'm sending lots of love and good vibes to them. It's really just, it's insane that I just don't get it how something like that could happen in such a big town. You know what I mean? I live out in the mountains, and so us mountain people are, you're kind of expecting, you're not really expecting, but you know the risks when you live in a place like I do. But people in LA, man, I just don't understand how something like that happened. It's really freaking sad. Oils, okay. Yeah, I've dabbled just a little bit with oils. I just don't have the patience for them. I'm kind of impatient. I'm working on it. So what other artsy things have you done with your art? Do you exhibit your artwork anywhere, or do you mostly just share online? Back in 2019, I was doing those sip and paint type classes, but I was new to my area and it was just really hard to get it started and to get my name out there because I live out in the middle of nowhere. The closest town to me is 30 miles away. And so it's a little small town and everybody knows everybody. And if you're an outsider, it's kind of hard to to get, you know, to get going with something like that. I did it for maybe like a year. But it was fun. I mean, I really enjoyed teaching people and inspiring people with art. Like, I truly believe everybody has an artist in them. It's just a matter of connecting with it, you know? So that's one of my biggest goals with my channel is to inspire people to make art and get in touch with their creative side. Even if you can't draw a stick figure. Because that's what you hear a lot from people who don't make art regularly. It's, I can't even draw a stick figure, but the thing is, art doesn't have to be subjective. Doesn't have to be realistic. It could just be something crazy like this. Like, this isn't realistic, you know? But it's just a matter of quieting that inner critic within yourself to get past it all. But I try to do tutorials. I've done a couple of tutorials, how to draw an owl, how to paint an owl. I do a lot of crafting tutorials. I just really want to inspire people to get creative, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's crazy, Saeed. It is. It is really sad. Mostly group shows. I've done some. Oh, you've done some murals? That is too cool. I've always wanted to do a mural. What was your mural of that you did, Amizu? That's fun. I used to show my art a lot. Like before COVID, I was doing a lot of art exhibits and stuff like that, but after COVID, I just kind of stopped. Mostly because where I live, there's not very many opportunities, like, for art. When I lived in Sacramento, there was always some art show or something to do as an artist. But where I'm at now, there's really not much unless I'm going to drive almost 2 hours one way. And I'm not going to do all that. I'm not much of a fan of driving, so that's pretty much my main reason. Yeah, it's crazy, Saeed. There's a lot of crazy fires going on. And it's insane how they all started at the same time. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. How the reservoirs were empty. I don't know. I don't see how that could happen. And I'm really not, I don't really talk politics, but I really can't stand our governor. He's just a slimy scumbag. And I hope he gets the boot. Because he is not doing us Californians any justice at all. Like, San Francisco used to be such a beautiful, iconic city. And now it's just a big, I don't know, pile of trash. That's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm just an artist. But yeah, I remember when those places like that were really cool, you know? Thank you, Saeed. I'm trying to work hard. I really want to get this painting done today, but we'll see. I typically stream for like 2 hours at a time. Because anything longer than that, I don't have any energy for the rest of the day. And I still have other things I have to do today, so try to stick to like 2 hours seems to be a good time. How long are your streams usually, Amizu? Do you get tired from streaming? It's just a lot of talking. Like, even if no one's in the chat chatting with me, I'll just be sitting here talking to myself because I just try to keep people engaged while they're watching, you know? A lot of character, heavy pieces typically of an... Oh, okay, nice. So like anime sort of stuff, is that what you mean, Amizu? That's too cool. I've always wanted to do a mural. I think it's like so like such a neat idea, like to get your art out into the public eye like that. Like not everybody goes to art galleries and stuff like that, but to have your piece of art like out on the street, like street art for anybody to go and see, like just as they're going about their daily life, is really cool. The closest thing I've done to any kind of like public art is I painted a Sacramento News and Review newsstand, and I did like a whole music themed news rack for them. I painted E40, Ice Cube, and Mac Dre on it, and I made it look like a giant like speaker with the little DJ spinny thingy on the top. It was a lot of fun. It took me like 3 months to do, but it was cool. Alright, I think I'm done with that part for now. I can only do so many little tedious details like that at a time, otherwise, ugh, I can't stand it. So, I think I'm going to do another coat, or you know what, I can start working on this headband. I wanted the little flowers to be yellow. So let me do that. 7 hours? Oh, 6 hours. 1 to 7 hours. Oh, gotcha. Oh my goodness. That's a long time, Amizu. I wish I had the streaming stamina to do that. I just don't. Once I hit, like, I think the longest stream I've done was maybe 3 hours. So when I was drawing these flowers with the black paint pen, I kind of screwed up on them. So what I'm doing right now is taking my white. The white paint is acting as my eraser right now. I'm covering up my mistakes so that I can paint the flowers. Yeah, I'm thinking some yellow flowers in there would look super cute. And maybe I'll do the headband pink. Or should I do the flowers pink and the headband yellow? I gotta think about this. Maybe pink flowers and a yellow headband. I think that would be better. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Pink flowers, yellow headband. So yeah, I gotta make sure this, because this headband's gonna be yellow, I have to make sure it's super cleaned up, because any paint, the yellow is like so light, if there's any screw ups underneath it, they're gonna show through. So I might just do a coat of white on the whole thing. Give me a nice base to paint on. And that'll ensure that my yellow is nice and bright. But my own creation and understanding of anatomy made... Oh, okay. That sounds really cool, Mizu. Goodbye, AM. Oh, it's 2 a.m. Oh my gosh, Syed, get some rest. Thank you so much for popping in and chatting. I really appreciate you. And I hope you have a good night's rest. Take it easy, and maybe I will see you again sometime soon. Bye. Sometimes I'll get sleepy during the stream, but okay. That's awesome. When I was doing the live streaming painting my door, I did like a 3 or 4 hour stream then. But it just takes it out of me for the rest of the day if I do a long stream like that. I've still got a couple of videos that I need to work on, some YouTube shorts. I've been trying to get all my shorts done for the month. so that I can move on to February's. I always like to have my content planned out like at least a couple months in advance. Just because it helps keep me focused on what I need to accomplish. There we go. I mentioned it last stream, but I started reading this book called The 5 a.m. Club. And it's all about how to reach your full potential, basically. It's a super inspiring and motivating book. And I've been on this new regiment, this morning regiment. Like, there's a whole schedule you're supposed to stick to, being a part of the 5 a.m. club. And you have to wake up at 5 a.m. The very first thing I do every day after I wake up, I get out of bed and I do a workout. I do a 30-minute workout, and then I do 20 minutes of journaling, which has really helped. I was really surprised how much journaling in the morning, just like clearing my head of all that unnecessary chatter. There's a couple screw ups in here. So I do 20 minutes of the journaling, and then you're supposed to do 20 minutes of learning a new skill or listening to an audiobook. And then after that, you're supposed to spend about an hour and a half working on whatever it is your goal is. So I usually go for about 3 hours working on YouTube stuff, filming, editing, all that. So my days have been pretty packed. So just having like that schedule it's really helped me a lot. But if anyone's interested, the 5 a.m. Club is available for free as an audiobook on YouTube. And I would highly suggest it if you're looking for something to change your life. Because it literally will. But yeah, I've been really into audiobooks for this past year. Just like self-improvement, and because I feel like there's always something you can work on, right? Nobody's perfect, but you can always work on yourself. So that's what I've been doing. So a lot of my days are planned out and scheduled, so I have to stick to my little schedule here. There we go. I had to fix those trees while I had the white paint out. Okay, let's get this paint going here. Yeah, this is the brand that I've been using, Folk Art. Oy, oy, oy. Talking so much, I need a drink of water. So do you prefer traditional art over digital, or digital over traditional, or do you like them both the same, Amizu? I got a tablet so I could try to get into digital art like a couple years ago, and I literally used it like one time. I need to make some more time for it because I would like to learn how to do digital art, especially like for making my own merch and stuff like that. I think it'd be cool to be able to design my own stuff like that. Oh, these little pink flowers. They're so cute. Yeah, that'll be perfect. She'll have some flowers that match her lipstick. When I'm not streaming, I'm usually just sitting while I work on my art, but with this huge piece, I kind of have to stand. There we go. And maybe the little middle of the flower will be yellow too, or maybe orange. I think orange would look cute. Who knew that aliens could be hippies? Apparently, somewhere in my imagination, I did. But definitely traditional made 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 work more. I gotcha. How long have you been doing digital art for? How'd you learn how to do it? Like, I watched some, when I was trying to figure it out, I was watching some YouTube stuff on how to do it, but I don't know. It's just a matter of like learning the programming, and it's like a whole new set of skill to learn. And I just need to make the time for it. I can't remember the tablet I got, but I had asked a couple of my digital art friends which one I should get as a beginner, and they suggested this one for me. And it was pretty good. It was only like $40 from Amazon, but it was super responsive. I really need to get back to it, honestly. I need to try to learn digital art. That would probably be a fun thing to stream. Do you like to do any other kind of work with any other kind of mediums, or? I like to do crafting. I would really like to learn how to tattoo. I think tattooing would be super fun. Super fun medium. I've got a tattoo machine and fake skin and stuff, but yeah, just another thing that I've had and haven't used yet. I'm kind of bad about that. Like, I get like, I don't know, this idea in my mind, I'm gonna do this, and then I get the thing, and then it just sits. But I thought that would be a fun stream to do too, like tattooing on fake skin as I learn. But I'd really also like to learn woodworking and glass blowing. There's just so many different kinds of mediums out there to play with and experiment with, you know? I hate to get boxed in. Like years ago, the only thing I used to do was paint, and I just got burnt out on just painting. So I started experimenting more with mixed media and sun printing and stuff like that, crafting. I seriously love crafting. I've done a little bit of working with clay too. That's another stream that I want to do. I have to see if my clay is still good though. Because it's been sitting for a couple years, but I didn't open it, so I would think it would still be good. My dog decided to get into some of my clay and eat it. Who knew a dog would want to eat clay? So I lost a bunch of clay that way. But when I was streaming on Twitch, I did a couple of clay streams. Yeah, I like that. The yellow headband, it matches the shirt and everything really well. Was when my parent got one of the earliest Macs back in the mid 80s, loved playing. Oh, okay, Mac Paint. I remember messing around on Paint growing up. I need a little. Oh, very cool. Block printing. That's awesome. I've done a little bit of relief printing. Just a little bit. But I used an egg carton. Like back when they used to make the egg cartons out of styrofoam, I made a couple of egg carton prints. But it's, it's the same idea, just carving into a thing. And yeah, block printing's super cool. Did you do like with like lino or wood, or what like medium did you use for the block printing? This shirt needs some more yellow on it while I've got the yellow out. If it wasn't behind all my stuff right now. Oh, well, you know, actually I can show you. Let me show you one of my... So I made this like egg carton relief print of Mac Dre. He's one of my favorite rappers. And I made this with it so you can see. I just like carved this out into the egg carton, and then I was kind of going for like a pop art Andy Warhol inspired sort of thing, but this is what I mean by combining mediums, like relief print and then adding the chain so it says hyphy. But yeah, I like to do all kinds of different stuff. This is another little one that I did. Just a single one. He's got his gold chain on. But yeah, I'm really inspired by nature and my favorite rappers. Like, music's been a huge inspiration for me. How about you? Where do you get like your inspiration for your art from? Potatoes. Oh, fun. Oh, very cool. That's awesome, Amizu. I've never tried like block printing in potatoes. I'm gonna have to try that. Block printing is a lot of fun. That's super cool though. Like, you dabble in various mediums too, huh? I'm gonna have to check out more of your art. I've only seen a couple of pieces of yours. But yeah, I wish I still made egg cartons out of styrofoam so I could make my prints. But I guess I can try potatoes. I'm just gonna touch up this yellow on the little flying saucer while I have it out. I love this neon paint, but you definitely gotta do a couple coats to get a nice solid coverage. There we go. So do you have a bunch of art hanging in your house, Amizu? I'm like seriously running out of wall space in my house. I keep making art, but I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? Our old school, early grade school, but that's what got... Oh, okay. That's cool. That's really neat that you got to try that in like grade school. We never did anything cool like that. Lino print looks like lino cutting or lino print, whatever you want to call it, looks super fun. Now that we're talking about it, I want to try some more relief printing too. Because it's been a while since I've done any. I tried to make a relief print of E40 too, but it didn't turn out as good as the Mac Dre one. But I did a couple Mac Dre paintings similar to the one I showed you. I did another one like that. But instead of the word hyphy and chains, it says Mac. I gave it to my little brother as a part of his 18th birthday gift. Because I feel like art makes such a good present. That's why I need to get that watercolor piece done so I can give it away. I live like hours and hours away from my best friend, but whenever she comes to visit me, I always load her up with a bunch of art. Because art's just, you know, it's a really personal gift to give. It means a lot more than something you can buy in the store, I feel like, you know? Do you sell your artwork online, Amizu? I have a Ko-Fi shop. I've got some original pieces on there, but I don't really promote it as much as I probably should. Being an artist nowadays, I don't know, you can't just paint or whatever you're doing. Gotta promote it and market it, and us content creators wear many hats. There we go. Oh, I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. I think I'm ready to do some work on this piece now, the galaxy. So the problem I'm having with what I'm gonna have with this is I usually like flick the paint on here, like in like a galaxy scene to make the stars. But I really can't do that because the paint's gonna go everywhere. So I might just tape off the area around it. I think that's what I might have to do. Make sure my brushes are soaking here. Grab my painter's tape. Where are you? Let me see. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like paint around this, I think. Way too much art. I'll feel you on that, Amizu. That's funny. Sort of selling it. Okay, where do you sell like your artwork online? Where do you have your art like posted up? Do you have a Ko-Fi shop or something, or? How am I gonna do this? This is gonna be so tedious. I really should have freaking done this first. I didn't plan this out very well, but it's fine. Figure it out here. I just don't want the white paint to go everywhere, you know? I mean, it would be easy to cover up, but that's just a whole nother step I'm gonna have to take. I should have planned it out better. So do you usually plan out your work ahead of time? Or do you just kind of fly by the seat of your pants? I usually plan out like all of my colors ahead of time. So like my process is I'll draw something, I'll sketch it out, and then I use this free drawing app that I have on my phone, and I'll load the drawing into the app, and I'll plan out the colors on the app ahead of time before I commit to paint with it, you know? Because I want to make sure my colors are not going to clash or anything. But yeah, that's kind of my process. With pieces like this, if it's an abstract piece, then it's just, you know, I'll go create it as I go. Like the door, the painting I did on my dining room door, that was totally off the fly. I didn't have any preparations for that or anything ahead of time. I just was kind of going at it with the paint, which is always really fun. It's a very freeing feeling as an artist to not have to plan anything and just kind of, you know, let your creativity kind of guide you. Do sketches some very detailed, though I'm trying to move away from that and be, yeah, I totally feel you, Amizu. So do you do abstract art? I feel like abstract art is like such a good way to exercise that spontaneity and your creativity. I need to start doing more abstract pieces more often. Just to let my imagination go where it wants instead of trying to guide it where I want it to go, you know? But as I've gotten older, I've gotten a lot better about perfectionism with my art. When I was younger and a piece of art wasn't going the way I wanted to, I would get pissed off. And I would just not work on it anymore. But the older I've gotten, the more I've just kind of learned to let go of perfectionism and just Let my art do what it wants to do. And I think like that's another thing like people who don't make art often is, I mean, even as artists, you get this idea in your head of what you want your piece to look like. And then when it doesn't, you want to give up. But pushing through those periods is what really helps you grow as an artist, I think. You know? But I tend towards... Oh, okay. So you do more realistic sort of art. I've never been good at realism. The closest thing to realism that I've done, I'll show you real quick because it's right here, is, oh, it's coming out of the frame. Good thing I checked it. I did this painting. It's sort of realistic-ish. The skin tones are realistic, but I wanted to practice painting like skin tones, and so I did this painting of, I don't know if you know who this is, Kathy Bates in the movie Misery. And so I used the Zorn palette for it, and I have a short coming out next week where I explain like what the Zorn palette is and how to use it. And I'm really excited about it because it's like such an easy, it's literally 4 colors. And you can mix up some really nice skin tones using it. But yeah, there's always, where there's a will, there's a way, right? I just gotta get this part covered up because I don't want the white paint to flicker on it. Thank you, Amizu. Hey, Chris Cox, how's it going? Long time no chat. How you been? There's another awesome digital artist right here, Amizu. Chris Cox does digital art. How you been, Chris? How's the art going? Thank you for popping in and saying hey. I appreciate it. Is this your... I gotta make sure that I'm following you on here. I don't know if I'm following your YouTube page, Chris. Do you post your stuff on here? I hope you've been doing well. Awesome to see your name in the chat. I just started doing live streams on YouTube like late last year. But before that, the last time I did anything was on Twitch. But I've just kind of started doing live streams here on YouTube. This is maybe my 8th or 9th one. Still trying to get used to the whole live streaming thing again. I didn't do any live streams for a couple years. But yeah, it's good to see ya. How you been? You're doing good? I'm glad to hear it. Your YouTube's neglected? Oh, okay, I gotcha. Well, I'm still gotta make sure that I'm subscribed to you. Are you still working on designing clothes and stuff like that? So nice to chat. So nice to chat with some fellow artists. I'm trying to tape off this black area so that I can splatter some paint on here and not get it everywhere. But yeah, this is just a little, well, it's not really little. It's like 2 feet by 3 feet painting that I'm working on. It's an idea that just randomly came to my mind at like 6 o'clock in the morning one day. Oh my gosh, 5 days a week? Wow. How do you find the stamina to stream so much? I wish I could stream that much. I'm at like, I've been trying to shoot for 3 days a week. But I even took the first couple weeks of the month of the new year off just because I needed a break. I've been working on my YouTube for a good year now and I hadn't really taken a break. And I didn't want to burn myself out. which is really easy for me to do. I have to like really be mindful of taking breaks, you know? Aaron, just missed you. Oh, nice. Well, thank you for popping in. So nice of you. Yeah, my first couple streams, I was painting my dining room door. It's the biggest painting I ever did. This huge abstract piece. And I was just sick of how my dining room door was just so blah. So I figured I'd paint something on it. And now that I've painted the dining room door, I kind of want to paint all of the doors in my house. At least I won't have to worry about what I'm going to do with it, right? It's a door. I don't have to worry about any wall space for it. But yeah, what projects have you been working on, Chris? How's everything going with you? Here we go. And I'm so glad we got to connect more today, Amizu, and chat it up. I can't wait to see more of your artwork. I'm gonna have to check out your Instagram. Gosh, this is a pain in the butt. This is what happens when you don't plan your art out ahead of time. Gotta do a whole lot of taping in these little areas. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? I don't think so. I mean, no one, and that's another thing about perfectionism in art is nobody really can tell if something's not turning out how you want it to. Us artists are always our own most critical self-critics, you know? 3D stuff. That's right, the clothing. I remember that. On the, what is it? Dazed store? Okay. Can you sell like traditional art on there too? Or is that just for digital and 3D work? Because I've been looking for a new place to try to post my art up for sale. Right now I just have Ko-Fi. But it's hard to get traction with it all, you know? I guess I need to focus like a whole week just on that. Getting my Ko-Fi shop going, or maybe even finding another platform to sell it. Because I do have a bunch of art to sell. Do you feel like, do you ever get like so attached to your artwork where you don't want to sell it? Does anybody else feel like that? Because a lot of my pieces, like, unless I have it in mind when I'm making it that, okay, like, you're selling this piece. Otherwise, I get attached to it, and then I don't want to sell it. Especially, like, my Mars Attack painting. I painted the Mars Attacks alien last year. It had been on my bucket list for a long time. And now that I've made it, I don't know if I'd ever want to sell it, honestly. I just like it too much. I've got it hanging in my living room. But I used all the neon colors, and then I used some puff paint to create like the brain veins on it. And I was really happy with how it turned out. It was my first time combining puff paint with acrylic paint. Have you ever tried that, Amizu? Like combining different mediums like that? It's pretty fun. Okay, woohoo! Now I just need to get a couple big pieces, a little bit more, some big pieces of tape around here, and then I'll be ready to move on. Yeesh. The IG is pretty chaotic. but mostly the art and maybe... Oh, okay, you've got some cats. That's awesome. How many cats do you have? It's just for digital 3-stitch that works. Oh, okay, I gotcha. So is that like for like video games and stuff like that, Chris? Is that what the clothing is for? Or like people put the clothing on their 3D like creations, or I'm curious about that. I don't know anything about that realm of the art world. I don't know if you know I can't remember his whole name he's on Twitch, Ghostly. He just started doing a whole bunch of like 3D stuff in Blender. It's been really cool to see his creations on there. But yeah, the whole digital part of art is like so foreign to me. I really need to work on that. 6 cats and a puggy? Oh my goodness. What kind of cats are they? Like, I was always kind of more of a dog person, but the older I've gotten, the more I'm like, I want a cat. I really want a Maine Coon cat. They're so freaking cool looking. They're huge. Like, literally a Maine Coon is probably like as big as or bigger than my dogs. I've got 3 dogs. And they're all hella old. Okay. Woohoo! I can't believe I actually got that taped off. See, if I wasn't streaming, there's no way I would have pushed myself to even do this like for a while. This painting probably would have been sitting for another couple months at least. So it's good to be back to streaming because it's really forced me to make art like on a more consistent basis. Because like all of 2022, I didn't make any art at all. I was just kind of going through a really rough time and I just didn't have it in me to make any art. But 2023 and on, I've been back to making art again. I wish I could be one of those artists that make art every day, but unless I'm streaming, I'm just not there yet. But lately I've been working on my very first like miniatures kit. It's like a little mini art studio. It's been a lot of fun to put together. Oh, that's cute. Well, I'm gonna have to check out the IG for your kitty pics. Hopefully you can see this okay. All right, taking a deep breath and praying that I don't screw this up. All right. Oh. I usually do this when the painting is like flat on a surface, not when it's up on an easel like this. But we'll see how it goes. I need to add a little bit more water to my white paint. It's still a bit too thick. There we go. Now this is one of my most favorite techniques to use for adding some interesting texture and this whole galaxy space effect. There we go. Now you'll actually be able to tell what this is supposed to be. So how'd you get into digital art, Chris? Did you start off doing traditional art and then went to digital, or have you always mostly done digital art? I don't know why it just feels so intimidating to me to try digital art. I have a tablet. Ah! I got a little white splatter on the piece, but that's okay. It'll cover up easily. I just feel intimidated to try digital art. I don't really know how to break through that feeling, you know? Ooh, yeah. This is working great. So satisfying. Well, now you'll definitely be able to tell this is supposed to be space. I feel like I'm holding my breath doing this step, like, please don't get paint everywhere. There we go. I don't want to overdo it, but I don't want to underdo it either, you know? Well, I think that'll work. Woohoo! I started with traditional, but oh, okay. But I prefer digital. Gotcha. What kind of digital art did you used to do, Chris? How'd you make that leap from traditional to digital? And same question for you, Amizu. Like, how do you, like, I don't know, what's the bridge to that, to those two things? Yay! We have a galaxy! Well, I'll probably peel that off later. I have to make like a short, I think, doing a peel tape video, because I don't ever use tape, so I don't have any peel, you know, those peeling the tape off your art videos. I don't have any of those. I need to make one. Okay, back to painting the trees. I've got a bunch of little trees in here that need to be painted pink still. The time is going so quick today. What are y'all having for dinner tonight? Anything good? I always like to ask people that, because then I get ideas of new things that I can make. Tonight, I'm making something I don't usually make for dinner. And it's called Kousa. Kousa. And it is a... I gotta move this up. It's an Arabic dish. And it is stuffed zucchini. Then you stuff it with rice and ground beef. And of course spices and stuff like that. And then you top it with tomato sauce. It's one of the only Arabic dishes that I actually know how to make. And I seriously love Arabic food. I don't get to eat it enough. So every once in a while I like to make it. I just noticed there was a couple trees in here that needed to be touched up a little bit. I accidentally painted the mountains on it. Come on, paint pens, do your thing. I seriously love paint pens. They make these little detailed areas and so much easier to deal with. There we go. Okay. Oh, I need to get a drink. Huh. Sheesh. I've done both. Oh, okay. Nice. So you didn't really have to think about making that leap too much, huh? It just kind of naturally happened. It is really good, Amizu. I love my Arabic food. My dad makes the best Arabic food. But we don't get to see each other often, so I've had to resort to making my own. And The closest Arabic food place is like almost 2 hours away from me. One way. So yeah, I don't get to eat it very much. Not as much as I would like. But what are y'all's favorite food? I think I'm getting hungry because I'm starting to talk about food. So I can always tell. I think one of my most favorite like dishes to make though is enchiladas. I love enchiladas. They always take me like 2 hours to make, but it's always so worth it. But the only problem now is this past year, all of a sudden I'm lactose intolerant. So I can't eat as many enchiladas as I used to. Even if I take lactose pills, it still screws my stomach up. So that's kind of sucky, but I'll still eat some enchiladas every once in a while. I've been making them since I was in high school. And they're so good. I like the red sauce with them. Unless they're chicken, then you gotta have the green sauce, right? But I could seriously eat Mexican food like every day. I got a rotisserie chicken and I started making some chicken fajita tacos out of those. Those are pretty good too. Oh yeah, sandwich? For sure. I love a good turkey sandwich. Turkey is my favoriteest sandwich. Yeah, I'm definitely getting hungry. Here we go with the food. Do you have a favorite kind of sandwich? Turkey's always been my favorite. There's this butcher in town, and they have a little deli, and they make some bomb sandwiches there. The bread and everything is so good. I might have to go there this weekend. It's been a while since I've had one of their sandwiches. It's just not the same making it at home, like a sandwich, you know? It really isn't. Gotta touch up these trees a little bit. You can't go wrong with a burger either, for sure. Those I think are always better homemade. I freaking went to make Sloppy Joes on Sunday, and I had just bought the hamburger buns that day from the store. And I get all the Sloppy Joes and everything ready to go. I'm going to put them together. And the freaking buns were moldy. I was so pissed. Honestly, I was so ready for a Sloppy Joe on a hamburger bun. Ugh. So I had to just use regular bread. I called the grocery store. I'm like, you guys might want to pull these buns off your shelf. They're freaking moldy. It's pretty gross. So now I know I better double check my buns every time I buy them from the store. Because yeah, the closest grocery store is like 30 miles away one way. So something like that happens, it sucks. It's not like the store's just right around the corner, you know? Oh, a turkey club? You ain't wrong, Amizo. Those are fire. Wendy's used to have really good... Is it Wendy's or Arby's? Arby's used to have a really good turkey sandwich. But they changed the turkey meat on them. The turkey isn't the same anymore, and now it's just boo-boo. Do you have a favorite sandwich spot you like to go to, or do you mostly make your sandwiches at home? Yeah, it sucked. I don't usually get pissed off about stupid things like that, but I was pissed because I had everything ready and I was just like looking forward to eating a sloppy Joe. And I mean, I still ate it, but it was on bread. It's not the same, you know? Yeah. I called the grocery store, like, we can give you a refund. I'm like, well, I'm not driving an hour round trip just to freaking get a refund. Spend more money on gas than it's worth to do. But it's all good. Do you do a lot of cooking? Or do you mostly go out to eat? I don't go out to eat very often. I like to make my meals at home. But every once in a while, it's nice to take a break from cooking, you know? But I guess that's one good thing about living out in the middle of nowhere is it kind of forces you to cook all the time. It's just not worth it to go to town and get something all the time. And plus I know what's like actually going into my food. You know? People are weird nowadays. I don't know if I should trust them with my food, you know? So there that's more like a oh okay. Touch bottom on the oh okay, nice. Do you have a favorite thing that you like to cook? Do you have like a signature dish? My signature dish would definitely be enchiladas. Whenever anyone comes to visit or anything, I always make enchiladas for them. Yeah, I'm definitely getting hungry for some lunch. I might have a sandwich for lunch. Now we're talking about sandwiches. I like tuna sandwiches too. I don't know. Like I've tried like so many different types of like turkey lunch meat, but I really don't like any of them. So if I want a good turkey sandwich, I have to go to this deli place. They have some really good turkey there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a sandwich for lunch. And some roasted vegetables because I made some last night. I'm gonna have some of those with my lunch too. I've tried to get better about eating right. It's just there's so much bad stuff in our food nowadays. It's hard to tell what's healthy and what's not. Like, you know, even vegetables are kind of sketch. But I did see that the FDA just banned one of the red dyes out of food, which I was so happy about. Now they need to ban all the other dyes in our food because that's like a huge thing. There's so many dyes in a lot of food and it's really not good for you at all. Especially kids. But yeah, I'm one of those like weirdos when it comes to food. I'm like some groups on Facebook, like dye-free groups and stuff like that. Just because I'm really trying to watch what what I eat and what I put into my body, man. I want to live a long, healthy life. And it all starts with what you're putting in your body. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent now. I'm just thinking about food. Oh my gosh. Ooh, breakfast meals? Heck yeah, you can never go wrong with breakfast food. Breakfast is good all times of the day too. Ooh, toast. Oh my god. Oh yes, that sounds so good. Num nums. Sounds good, Amizu. I'm coming for dinner. Sounds delicious. I do all the cooking at my house too, which I don't mind. I mean, besides YouTube and, you know, doing my workouts and stuff, making art, it gives me something to do. I really enjoy baking, though I prefer baking over cooking. I love to bake. Do you do any baking too, or mostly just cooking? Next month for February, I'm gonna make a whole do-it-yourself tutorial on how to make a fake bake, which is basically when you make something look like it's a dessert, like a cake or something, but it's a piece of, like, you know, the one I'm looking forward to doing is like a heart-shaped wood box. And I'm gonna paint it and get some spackle and add paint to the spackle, and then you pipe the spackle onto the wood box to make it look like a cake. So they call it fake bakes. And I thought that would be a really fun project to do, you know, since Valentine's Day is next month. So that's one video I'm going to be working on. I'm going to get the supplies for it this weekend, and then next week I've got to make that little project and film it. It'll be my first time trying to make one, but it's been on my to-do list for a long time. I just love those little kind of crafty things, you know? Geez, these little trees are so tedious. Ugh. Well, I might do a stream this weekend depending on how I'm feeling, but definitely next week I'll be streaming again. I'll probably work on this painting over the weekend, and then I'll post it up when it's finished. Or, yeah. I used to, back in the 90s, but, okay, nice. You worked in the bakery? That's cool. I wouldn't mind doing that as a job. I would not mind that at all. Back in 2013, well, it was really the first, I was in a bunch of really bad car accidents. But the first one was like 2008. The next one was in 2013, and it was a really bad one. A freaking drunk driver ran a red light and T-boned my car. And thankfully he hit the passenger door of the driver's side and not my door, otherwise I wouldn't be standing here. And I got really screwed up from that accident. And so I had to go on disability and everything. And I wasn't able to work. But over the past couple of years, I'm finally feeling better physically and mentally. And so this year is one of my goals is to go out into the world and try to get a little part-time job. And yeah, I wouldn't mind working at a bakery, baking stuff all day. That'd be so much fun. Getting up at 4 a.m. to be there by 5 a.m. Oh God, oh my goodness. That's an early rise right there. Sheesh. Did you have a favorite thing that you like to bake? I get up at 5 a.m. every morning. Monday through Friday, I wake up at 5. But the weekends, I take off from my little routine and sleep in and do a whole lot of gaming on the weekends. I just take a break from my art and from everything. So you gotta find, you know, it's important to have that balance between working and relaxing, right? And I'm still trying to find that balance. Because there's been plenty of times where I totally burnt myself out. And I don't want to do that again. So I'm trying to balance it all. But working on my YouTube stuff takes up a lot of my day, honestly. There we go. I'm almost done. Some of these trees I'm going to have to go over again for sure, but it feels nice just to get all the white trees covered up. Woohoo! Who would compliment you? Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, Amizu. I follow a lot of content creators on YouTube. A lot of bakers. I just love watching them decorate the cakes and stuff. It's so relaxing for some reason to me to watch that kind of stuff. But yeah, I love to watch people decorating cakes, and I follow quite a few of them on my personal page, personal YouTube. But yeah, I mean, even that's like a form of art, right? Like baking and then decorating. Everything is art in life. I'm trying to finish up these trees so I can go eat some lunch. What are you up to for the rest of the day? Are you going to be doing a live stream today, Amizu? Are you just chilling? There we go. Almost there. Woohoo! I got a lot of progress done on this painting the last couple days. I'm pretty happy with the progress I've been making on it. One last little tree that's white over here. Sorry, I know you probably can't see this little tree. It's like on the very edge. There we go. Yay! Jeez, so tedious. I don't know why I do this to myself. I want to paint all these little paintings with all these little freaking trees. Oh, that's really cool. That is too fun. So what'd you paint for the mural? Like a bunch of baked goods? Yay! I'm so happy with this. I kind of want to paint in the little centers of these flowers real quick, since I have some orange paint out on my palette still. Might as well try to use up the paint I've got. I don't think it's dried out yet. Nope. Maybe it has. A little bit of water to it. Because once I get these little centers, there'll be no more white areas left on this painting. Do you have any paintings that you're working on right now, or are you just focusing your time on the illustration? I really want to paint this alien, get another coat on this alien. I think I'm going to do that real quick too. I might as well. Because she definitely needs another coat. Is this the right green? Yeah. Need one more little coat on this alien. She's just looking a little drab. Is this the right green? I have like 2 shades of neon green because for some reason Walmart decided to stop selling the same shade of neon that they had. Is this it? $28.54. No, it's not the right green. Oh, I could tell. Why do I have this in my freaking stash still? I need $28.54. I'm like, this is not the right green. So I had to go to this paint website and order this specific shade of neon green because Walmart stopped selling it. 3 big colorful. Oh, you did a. Oh, very cool. That's what you did for the mural, is what you mean? So you like to paint landscapes too, huh? Did they like request that, or did you get to choose whatever you painted for them? Woohoo! Yeah, I really wouldn't mind getting into murals. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Just to be able to bring your art to the public, you know, like that. Yeah, that's much better. Probably take a couple more coats of this green to get it to the color I'm looking for, but it's already a lot better than what it was. I made a lot of progress on this painting today, a lot more than I thought I would, to be honest. So really what's left is painting some more coats of paint on the alien, her hair, and I need to work a little bit more on these trees. Refine some of these lines, these black lines, and maybe do a little more something else with this galaxy thing. Maybe I'll add some shooting stars or something in there, and then she'll be done. Woohoo! Feels so good to make progress on art, right? So exciting. Her cute little alien face. But if anyone has any suggestions of things you'd like me to paint at any time, let me know. I'm always open to ideas. Yeah, it was so nice chatting with you, man. Thank you for being here and hanging out with me and chatting. It was nice to get to know you and to connect with you, and I'm looking forward to coming and hanging out in your streams and checking out your Instagram and everything. But yeah, you take it easy and have a good day, Amizu. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna be calling it here pretty soon, but yeah, I appreciate you chatting and hanging out. Always cool to meet a fellow artist. Woohoo! What a good day it's been. I'm like way more energized than I was earlier. I was feeling like earlier. I was kind of tired. I didn't sleep very good, but now I'm feeling way more energized after chatting and painting, seeing all this progress I'm making on this piece today. It's bringing me life. Well, I hope everyone's having a good day, and I appreciate everyone who's hung out and watched me paint. It's been a really fun time. I need a smaller brush for this. Yeah, I need a smaller brush for her little hand. So I'll be live again maybe this Sunday, but if not, definitely next week. If you want to know when I'm going to be going live again, just check out my YouTube community posts. I always post my schedule on there ahead of time. And I also post it on my Instagram and my Facebook as a story. So I always try to let you know before I'm going to go live so you can, you know, kind of figure out when I'm going to be on here And of course, you could always just turn on notifications. But yeah, I'll let you guys know when I'm going to be going on again. I try to go for 3 to 4 times a week live streaming. It's been really such a good way to make progress with my art and to set set a time that time. Thank you so much, Amizu. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Very kind of you. Have to check out your Instagram. Go see those kitty cats. The art and the kitty cats. Woohoo, there we go. Definitely needed another coat of green on there. Yay! I'm so happy right now. This turned out great. It was such a productive day. Let me give you all a better look at this piece. So there is a piece in its entirety. There's a little hippie alien chick taking off to the galaxy. Probably need to do a little more work on this. I want to do some shooting stars or something to make it look more galaxy-ish. And I definitely need to re-outline some of my black lines. I might touch up some of these areas with a little more pink because it's still a little light in some of these spots. And I need to redo the outlines here as well. But there's the progress from today. I got all of the trees painted. I've got this orange painted in today. Need to do some more blue on the trunks. Thank you so much, Chris. So good to see ya. Yeah, she's coming along. I'm really happy with the progress, and I think I'm gonna call and go get myself some lunch because I'm getting hungry. But I really appreciate y'all being here and taking time out of your day to come and hang out and, you know, watch me do my thing. I'll be going live again, like I said, on Sunday or sometime next week. I'll keep you posted. But yeah, y'all, thanks for being here. I really, truly do appreciate everyone's support. And if you can, please give this video a thumbs up. I'll catch you later, Chris. Y'all take it easy and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, y'all.